What's going on, guys? Melissa Miller, aka Melissa Backwoods here, and today we are filming an axe video. Yeah, you heard that right. So I did buy suspenders specifically for making this video, but to be honest, after wearing them, I think I'm a suspender person now. Anyways, okay, so Warwood Tool got a hold of me, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to partner for an axe video?" And I was like, absolutely, I would love to do an axe video. That is exciting. So I was all in right in the beginning, and then after I accepted it and they sent me the axe, I started to get kind of nervous. Like I was like, I have not used an axe in a long time. I took the axe out, I started playing with it, and then I got excited for the video again. I'm gonna go back to my bushcraft roots, and we're gonna test out the Warwood Tool axe. Quick little background on Warwood Tool, because it is actually an interesting history. Warwood Tool has been around for over 160 years. They were founded in 1854, family owned, family operated, and they were founded by a gentleman named Henry Warwood. So Warwood was actually his name. I thought Warwood was like, you know, a cool company name that they made up, but no, it's actually the name of the founder. It's like he was meant to make a company that made axes. Forged in the USA from the pioneers in the hand tool since 1854. Hammers, mauls, mallets, pickaxes, you name it, they've been forging them for 160 years. Here in the USA, they were a part of the Industrial Revolution. They issued tools to the US military during the Civil War. So yeah, it's not only a company, there's history within the company. It's really cool. So let's get into looking at this axe. Shot of this axe. A little behind the scenes right here, huh? Oh, okay, my desk is barely big enough to fit this. Check out this presentation. Stickies and a little Velcro patch. Okay, now for the axe. Okay, so here it is. What is called by the company as the perfect axe. Quite a statement. Now this axe it's not as large as a wood splitting axe. This one is made more for felling trees, cutting, chopping wood. I think I'm gonna try to split some wood with it though. Weight coming in at 2.25 pounds. You can get this handle in a 28-inch or a 19-inch. This is the 28-inch. Okay, so it does come with this really nice leather sheath that is also made in the USA, and it has the Warwood Tool axe logo. Like on this side, we have that little Warwood Perfect stamped into that 5160 steel. Now, 5160 steel it's a great steel to use for an axe. It enhances edge retention. There is just a lot of hardness and strength with it, and it is an easier one to sharpen. Quick little axe anatomy lesson. We have the toe, we have the heel. Both sides of these right here are called the axe cheeks. This right here, this is the butt, and the butt on this looks like it would make one heck of a mallet type tool. And we have the axe eye. What you're going to notice with this axe is these bevels that are layered into the steel. Now, these are called the Kelly bevels. They were patented by William Kelly in 1885. So in theory, as we are splitting wood, what happens as the axe goes deeper into the wood is actually rising up, and it's not making contact with this part of the axe. So it's going to slide out and, in theory, produce less friction and make it easier for the axe to go through the wood. Came pretty sharp. Like for an axe, it's like slicing paper pretty well. I mean, for an axe, considering how thick this is, I was like, yeah, that is impressive. Okay, now that we have talked a bit about this thing, let's go find our nicest flannel and let's go chop some wood. And now for the most important part of the entire video is choosing one of my 85 flannels. I have 7 different variants of red. It's unnecessary. Oh yeah, here we go. I really like the suspenders, I'm not gonna lie. First up, we're gonna do a little bit of wood splitting. I found this lovely location. Now, what I don't have is a splitting block. Ideally, you would wanna split wood, you'd want a little bit higher, and you would want it on a log or a block. That way you have a hard surface underneath it. But we're roughing it today. We're pretending that we are out in the woods and we don't got a nice setup splitting block, okay? So this is not a splitting axe, but I thought a little thorough review of it wouldn't be complete without a little bit of splitting. Sure that our feet are nice and spread, that they are parallel. We want control, okay? We're gonna keep control of our axe at all times. No, you're not gonna like this, no. And that's gonna give us the ability to have a nice, proper swing. I just split that first log and I wasn't filming, so victim number 2. This is really hard wood. We don't have to worry, but there's our first split. Even though this is not a splitting log, that felt pretty darn good, okay?
It was a bit slippery and I didn't have a chopping block, so I'm using a very cautionary stance here.
Why does it feel so good to split wood?
Here's me struggling to chop down this weird wobbly dead tree for far too long after soon realizing I could have literally just pushed it down out of the way. Here's a fun tip. Use a smaller piece of wood or kindling to stabilize your wood when you are splitting it down into smaller sections. This is great for injury-prone people like myself. Also, you can use the weight of the axe head to get an initial small split in the wood and then use that to bring the axe down on itself for a more controlled way of splitting. And you can also use your axe to make kindling by holding it up against the smaller pieces. And I did find this larger log. I decided to give it a try as my wood splitting platform. It was the right height and just wide enough to where I felt like I could securely split some wood on it, and it worked quite well. So not gonna lie, I was having a total blast, but there was one final test I needed to do.
Okay, now for the final test, we're gonna find a good tree to chop. My friend was kind enough to let me come to her property today and check out her woods to see if there would be any good candidates. Okay, so I just found a pretty much perfect tree. It's not too large, it is already dead, and it is leaning towards this clear pathway. So we're gonna chop this one down. I'm gonna start not too high. Get the braids out of the way.
So I can honestly say that using this axe was really fun, and it was still biting into the wood really well even after doing a lot of wood splitting and cutting all day long. I can also say that the size of the axe felt really comfortable. It helped me get in there and make smaller, more precise cuts. This size axe is typically referred to as a boy's axe because of its smaller size, and I felt very comfortable with the 28-inch handle length. Now, you can also get this in 19 inches, but I was extremely happy with the longer handle and how it was performing.
Okay, it's looking about time that I can do my secondary cut. It's gonna be kind of awkward because I don't have that much room right here, but we'll make it work.
So here I am making what is called the secondary cut to get this tree down, and I'm just going to come out and say it. If you have never chopped down a tree in your life, you should do it. It just feels good. It's kind of one of those primitive, primal type things that just feels rewarding. But definitely make sure that you're on the right property and doing it to a dead tree or an invasive species.
Oh, it's getting close. There she goes. Timber! It's a good workout. Okay, I have been outside all day chopping with this thing, and it's been a lot of fun. You know, you buy a good axe like this, it's gonna last you your lifetime, you know. Now, one thing I would suggest, if you're gonna use an axe the way I just did all day, give it a good sharpen afterward, clean it, wax it, take good care of your tools, and they'll take good care of you. I want to go chop some more things, but the sun's about to set. I will link this axe below. Again, it's all made in the USA, and the company's been around, family owned, for 160 years. Keep saying that, but to me, that's important to support businesses like that. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful weekend, whatever time you watch this, and I hope you learned some fun things about axes and that you enjoyed this tool that I was able to use today. Until then, next time. Bye, guys.